We have some good news today. We had an announcement come to us from what is called the Visitor and Convention Bureau for Las Vegas. And that particular organization is a very big part of what happens in our city, in our town. I don't think there's many people probably in North America today that haven't either thought of visiting Las Vegas or been to Las Vegas for personal pleasure or for meetings and conventions because, along with New Orleans and San Francisco and Chicago and New York and Dallas, San Diego, Las Vegas is one of the biggest convention cities in the world. And of course, what the Visitor and Convention Bureau sent us really caught us a little off guard and very, very excited for all of us, including all of our customers. The governor has announced, our governor, who's been very cautious and very conservative to protect any visitors that do come to town and to protect the citizens of the state, has now announced a timeline for what he calls Nevada's reopening, safe reopening, which began February 15th and will go through May 1st. He stated that the goal is to reignite the Las Vegas convention business. And boy, I couldn't express to you the smile on my staff's faces when we were told this is the case. It's a big deal. Now, we know, of course, that this pandemic has its ups and downs, and it's had some goods and bads. And of course, the terrible part, of course, is the sickness and death that has resulted from this pandemic. But I think he's saying that he feels it is now a safe time to reopen. This means for Las Vegas that live in-person events will be permitted. Once again, with this announcement, MFO is now operating under the assumption that our 2021 Superstar Retreat will be a live event, which is exciting. Now, it may only be 1,000 people. Okay, maybe it's 2,000. We don't know that number. And that event, they will be socially spaced, as has to be. And we'll probably have to be still requiring the masks that we wear, which is something Sabrina and I do anyway all the time. We're going to begin selling tickets now and continue to follow the capacity guideline, as they're announced. We're hoping that number, right now, 500 to 1,000 seems realistic. 2,000 is, I think, very realistic. The question is, how much space do we need? Where we used to have 4,500, can we put 2,000? So the ticket pricing for the retreat this year is $395 per ticket. And I want to share something very important with you on that thought. It's $195 for our one-on-one coaching clients and for all of our elite members. Our premier coaching clients, of course, there's no charge. We're also going to have a virtual event taking place at the same time. $195 to buy a ticket to the retreat. For the virtual retreat, $95 for coaching clients, elite members. So the one thing we've learned from 2020, and I think all of us have learned a lot, both positive and negative, is that things can change very quickly. Therefore, to give you the confidence to buy a ticket to our retreat now, we're going to create a separate trust account, which we're establishing with our CFO as I'm talking to you right now. And the difference between the live ticket, $395, and a virtual ticket, $195, is going to be placed in a trust account under your name. So anybody that has the confidence to buy a ticket to our retreat, we're going to put half the money in a trust account with your name on it. And if for any reason whatsoever that the governor changes the minds or the Convention Bureau changes our thoughts, or we go back to mostly virtual events, that difference of about $200 will be refunded to you with no questions asked, and it'll be refunded in most cases within 48 hours, because we're going to be very upfront that we're going to put half the money away just to protect you. Now, we also know that we might sell 2,500 tickets and be limited to 1,500. And then we're going to do a drawing, to see which people get to win, and the balance will be refunded, etc. So we're excited about the fact that we're going to have a very successful, very safe live event at the Superstar Retreat, and hopefully the bonus day will be the first day on Monday again, along with the management retreat in May, which we're organizing as I am speaking to you to get that set up. The brokers and managers have all been saying, we need a management retreat. We did it last year virtual. We had, I think, just under 300 people attending. But I think in a live event, if we get 200 great brokers in the room, and if your broker is going to be part of that, we're excited. So the message today is very different. It's an exciting message for us to know that this pandemic, at least in the eyes of our governor and our Visitor and Convention Bureau and the casino convention centers, are saying we're making steps in the right direction for a live event. I'm not sure, if it's going to remain that way, but we're sure very confident based on what we're being told that we'll be able to have a great live event. And we want you to be part of that. We're here to support you to make it happen. Take advantage of the support. Watch Mike Ferry TV, get involved in my Monday motivation, download the scripts, participate, practice, use the scripts, and you're going to win. And then we'll get to see you live in July. Thanks for today. Have a great week.